Okay, so here they are. Last update on my second tour of my garden, I forgot to include the okra in my video. So someone asked me what happened to my okra and where they are. So as you can see, there they are. They're planted and they're yet to really pick up on growth. Let me see, how long ago was that since I probably 5 or 7 days ago when we planted. I've forgotten already, I'm sorry, but it's been here for a good few days. It was planted already on my second garden tour. The second tour of my garden, this was already planted, but I forgot to include it in my tour. But here they are, and I thank that nice subscriber who reminded me that I forgot to include my okra in the tour. So they are here, planted. They're doing well, just need to pick up more size to really grow nice and strong. Okay, so we're going over here, and I believe I have a zucchini in here that we could harvest, if I'm not mistaken. Last time I showed you this. We need to do a lot of pruning of these leaves again. It's gotten so thick. Oh my goodness. It's almost shocked me, Dad.
What you got, baby?
I mean, I almost got shocked. I mean, when I showed that to them, that was like about 1 inch in circumference. And let me see if I could bring it closer. That's a good 3 inches in diameter circumference. That's about no less than 2.5 to 3 inches in diameter. But how? Oh my goodness!
It's big.
It's so nice. Look, let me show you. We're gonna harvest that, okay? And then I could really show you how big it looks. That is so nice. Is there any more back there? See, the thing is so thick that we can't hardly see what's going on in there. So
Another one.
oh, there's another one that got pollinated in there. It seems like I saw it. Whoa, I'm looking at the smoke. Okay, pardon me folks, it's so exciting to see something you weren't expecting to find in a garden. This is one of the pleasure about growing your garden. There you go. That's a nice big one there. As you can see, when we harvest, you'll be able to see how big it is. I was looking at, oh, one didn't get pollinated, I could tell, but that one down there, where the blossom is still attached to it, that looks like that's doing good. But there's one back there. It didn't take the pollination. If you pollinated, you probably overlooked that. But we got 1, 2 to harvest in here. Whew. Feeling breathless.
Okay.
We're gonna have to do some pruning of these leaves. Okay, so what we're doing right now is we're just we're pruning some of the leaves for better air circulation in here. You need to do that once you get this dense, and as you can see, it's very dense in there. And now that we're trimming some of the leaves, it's opening up and allowing some more air to circulate in there, preventing any kind of development of mold, mildew, disease problem. And it now open that you could actually see how big this zucchini is. Look at this right there. Daddy, can you please trim that one there? Just so let me move back and show you. Now that we trim most of the leaves that was in front of it, it kind of open up in there. It's hard to see. The sun is, well, you can see all of the leaves that we trimmed from here. Okay. Okay, so here I am on the other side of this raised bed, and as you can see, let me show you. This is, the leaves are literally pushing the net out, and these leaves here prevents air circulation, and air circulation is a must for healthy plants. And so on this side we're going to do a lot of trimming as well. We're gonna prune a lot of these leaves to improve the air circulation inside this raised bed. Take a look at that. See all the huge leaves all over this corner here, and see all them leaves out here protruding out of the raised bed. We need to prune all of this out. I mean, don't be alarmed that you're hurting the plant, because you don't really need all these leaves in order to nourish the growing fruits. There are lots of leaves in there that would help nourish the growing fruits and blooming flowers, more than enough to carry out the photosynthesis, which is a process of manufacturing food for the plant and nourish whatever is growing, like the growing zucchini and blooming flowers, more than enough to nourish them to keep going nice and healthy. So we'll do a lot of pruning. And actually right there, that one, see, whenever, wait up when my husband get to it, whenever you see a leaf or leaves that are starting to turn color, turning yellow and have blotches like that one over there, if I could see it with, wait, let me, okay, there's another one at the bottom that is real bad. Take a look at that discoloration there. Okay, that's a start. It could be also a natural process that a plant goes through once the leaves are matured and pretty much well on their way out. So it's not necessarily a disease, but you want to take them out. You want to prune them out to prevent any kind of possibility of molds growing in there and disease developing. Okay, so pruning is a must on most of your plant in your garden. And in this case, because I have I believe I have at least 8 zucchini plant in this raised bed. This raised bed is what, like 4 by 10, and they spread out. They really do spread out and take the space of this entire bed. So pruning is a must to keep the plants in here healthy and continue producing for us. It's opening. Okay, so as you can see, those are all the trimmings right there, and you can see that this area here really opened up, and there's quite a good amount of leaves. You can't see it if I look right from up there. If I were to take a picture of that, you can see that there are lots of pardon me, lots of leaves still in there. And yet we trimmed and pruned a whole lot of leaves from down here, which helped open up this area and improve the air circulation. I have to, or we have to do this today because I'm expecting for it to rain tonight until tomorrow, and it's not a good idea for it to stay so wet in here with all the leaves that could harbor disease, get moldy, and all that could cause problem for the plants. Okay, so we're gaining on it, and now we can actually see the baby zucchinis without all of those thick leaves, and there's another zucchini in there that's also probably be ready in about a day or two. So far it looks so much better than when we first opened it. It was just too dense, too much leaves, which they're all looking very nice and healthy, lush green and all, but there was just too much of it and preventing some air circulation that is really needed in a confined area like this. Okay, air circulation is a must if you want a happy, healthy plant. Okay, our job is done in this raised bed. We are going to another area of the garden. You see how nice and clean and more airy and roomy it looks in there? Good soil in this container, including compost, and you can see that so far this will be my second harvest of this one little plant right here, planted inside this pot. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and trim that one there. We don't need that, and we're going to harvest. That thing is huge.